Real awakening feels like being ripped out of the simulation and having to grieve over who you thought you were. People ask me all the time about my spiritual awakening, so I'm gonna give it to you the best way I can, straight, no chaser. First of all, it wasn't peaceful, it was panic. A split-second tear in the veil, and everything I knew fell apart. Gospel of Thomas 84 says, when you see your likeliness, you will rejoice. But when you see your image that came into being before you, how much will you have to bear? It's also a book in the Nag Hammadi text. What this means is when you remember that you existed long before this physical body, the truth will shake you. In that moment, I didn't feel aligned, I didn't feel divine, I felt trapped. Because in that moment, I wasn't in alignment and I could feel the separation. Every false system, religion, patriarchy, empire, it all pressed in all at one time. And that wasn't delusion. It was a deep knowing without words. You're not here because you're weak. You're here because you carry the light of recall. Most forget, most assimilate. But I remembered, even inside the trap, even in a body that feels like a cage, even when religion and culture is pulling a veil over your eyes, that's awakening. That's the returning. Let's stop pretending that the awakening is pretty. It's not crystals, candles, cute little affirmations, or vision boards. A real awakening feels like being ripped out of the simulation and having to grieve over who you thought you were. It's realizing that your faith was fear in a costume and you're crying, why am I even here, without answers. It cracks your worldview, it strips you of your ego, and you either surrender or you shatter. People don't get it because they haven't felt it, and they argue because they still need the illusion. They think that knowledge equals awakening when in reality you can't survive a fraction of the ego death I went through. The biggest trap is thinking that you're awake because you believe in hell and you remember names that you were told to. That's not awakening, babes. That is indoctrination. Real awakening is going to cost you your identity, your comfort, your religion, your certainty. But in return, you receive your sovereignty, your freedom, and more importantly, you get your light back.